breaking news as Grayscale releases its smart contract platform fund, Cardano leading the pack. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you for coming by. This is going to just be a quick Cardano news update. Just saw this on Twitter. New Grayscale fund to focus on non-Ethereum smart contract tokens. ADA and Solana make up nearly 50% of holdings. And I'm on Grayscale's Twitter, and they actually just kind of tweeted about this a lot, about their this new fund focused on non-Ethereum smart contract platforms. And real quick, let me just scroll up to the top. Here we go, Grayscale Smart Contract Platform X Ethereum Fund. And you can see Cardano right there with slightly more at the top of the list than Solana. Now, what's so crazy about this coming out today is if you saw last night's video talking about Cardano and me just talking about Cardano's growth, I was actually discussing Grayscale. And I was talking about Grayscale in regards to all of the tweets that I've done historically, just being like, Grayscale, what's going on with the Cardano trust, right? What do you think about Cardano? Just in different contexts, they still don't have a Cardano trust. And what's crazy is they have some altcoins you wouldn't think they would have a trust for, but they still don't have a Cardano trust. But needless to say, this is yet another step in the right direction for Cardano. And this is playing into the exact bullish story that I've been tracking myself that in relation to Cardano. So Grayscale Investments launches smart contract platform fund. Grayscale, if you are not aware, is the world's largest digital currency asset manager. And today they announced the smart contract platform X Ethereum fund. So let's read into this a little bit, talk about it. Investor demand for diversified exposure has grown in parallel to the ongoing evolution of the crypto ecosystem, said Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenschein. Smart contract technology is critical to the growth of the digital economy, but it's still too early to know which platform will win. From attracting and retaining the most vibrant developer communities to ensuring the platform is high speed, flexible, and scalable. This stuck out to me. To know, it's still too early to know which platform will win. Last night in my video, if you saw the video, and I'm going to go over this again, Digital Asset News, Rob over there, he tweeted this, if you remember, an Amazon, Jeff Bezos speech from 2000 when Amazon stock was just crashing and it was down. But he was talking about the quote that he mentioned from Benjamin Graham is, in the short term, the stock market is a voting machine. In the long term, it's a weighing machine. And this was basically talking about how the markets are voting. The markets were voting at the time, but not, Amazon wasn't being weighed properly, right? And we're in a similar environment. And I was just talking about this last night. And this is kind of what this article is saying in my opinion, just kind of from a different perspective. It's still too early to know which platform will win. And we've seen, though, how crypto markets have been voting. We've seen how institutional powers have been voting, right? Very much in favor of Ethereum. And Ethereum was earlier on, right, in the crypto space. So rightfully so. It makes sense why that happened. But now it's going to start being more of an environment where these cryptos are being weighed, right? And rightfully so, that should happen. And Cardano, I really, really think, is going to prove itself time and time again, especially when it comes to things like speed, flexibility, scalability. And we're not even talking about decentralization, right? And security. We're not even talking about those things in this article. The beauty of GSCPXE is that investors do not have to choose one winner and instead can access the development of a smart contract platform ecosystem through a singular investment vehicle. Many investors allocated to ETH given to its explosive growth over the past year. So now there's demand to get exposure across the rest of the smart contract platform sector. You know, to investors out there, especially on the institutional investor side, it's like, at what point of the game are you really going to get that exposure to Cardano, right? It's still, in my view, early stage opportunity. And it'll be very interesting to see if really big time investors and institutional plays come in at a stage where it's just that fear of missing out stage, right? They're missing the earlier stage opportunity at hand. And actually, it's even in one of these tweets. I don't know where the tweet is, but I was basically talking about, Grayscale getting on board Cardano. They've had the opportunity for a while, and they just have not released a trust. When will institutional investors wake up to Cardano is one thing I said, but here it is. This was from May 27th, 2021. One thing that surprised me is how Grayscale dragged its feet on ADA. They filed for the Cardano Trust back in February when ADA was well below a dollar, but didn't bring the product to market. With the completion of Goguen around the corner, it would have been a great play for them. And I still think it would be a great play for them. And this was May 27th, 2021, almost a year ago. So the fund is now open for daily subscription by eligible individual and institutional accredited investors. So that's the news for today. I really wanted to bring it up because it's cool news. It's great to see Cardano at the top of the list there in this fund. It's really cool to see Cardano getting this exposure, right? And what's especially cool, and maybe I should find a new adjective other than cool, is Cardano and what we were just talking about last night in regards to Cardano being weighed, right? In comparison to the rest of the market as opposed to just being voted upon, because we know how much of the market is voting for Cardano. We do. A lot of people don't like Cardano. But when it comes to being weighed, it's starting to happen. And that's really another reason why I wanted to bring up this news and do a quick video on it. So those are my thoughts. Let's see what happens with Cardano. I've been just waiting. I was going to go live. I thought Cardano was going to make a move to a dollar. I want to go live at a dollar. Who knows if it's going to happen today, but it'll be fun if it does. Hit the subscribe and like. I appreciate all of you out there. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.